Start with a few basics on cell phone photography that you might overlook, but they're going to make a big difference. So the first one, make sure, here's my phone, that your lens is clean. If you take a picture and it looks like you just got out of the shower, well, hopefully you didn't just get out of the shower, but it's all fuzzy and blurry and ethereal, your lens might be dirty. So let's see, I've got my lens cleaning cloth, or your t-shirt. Good morning. Thank you. So make sure all of your lenses are clean. So this one back here and this one right here, and just give it a swipe, a once over, especially on the newer phones. On the back of a lot of the Android phones, there's an unlock for your fingerprint right next to the camera. Not thought through, but those phones are set up to tell you, please clean your lens before you take a picture. So keep that in mind. Keep your lens nice and clean for whatever kind of photography or video work you're going to do. So that is my number one tip for camera basics. Another basics for cameras on your phone is to have it on the home screen. I know this sounds simple, but I was doing some work for another photographer actually, and we were using some cell phone footage as well. And so I was using her phone, and every time it went to sleep, I had to go find the camera app. So on my phone, I know you can't see it very well, but I've got it right down here in this bar. Or you can just have it on the front page, but have it nice and accessible. If you're going to use your camera a lot, have it right there ready to go so you don't miss the action. Sounds simple, but it's going to save you a lot of frustration and heartache. Okay, so keep that camera on the home screen. Another thing to remember when you're using cell phones and tablets, any devices besides the bigger DSLRs, you're going to have a little bit of a lag between when you push the button to take the picture and when it actually takes it. So try to keep that in mind. It's going to be just a teensy bit slower than some of your big traditional cameras. That leads into my fourth tip for cell phone and device camera basics is practice. Just practice, practice, practice. If you are home photographing your animals, your family, and you know them pretty well, and so you can practice on them. And there is a saying out there that don't compare my end to your beginning or my middle to your beginning. Everybody is at a different stage in their photography, and we all learned by practice, practice, practice. Just doing it. Just doing it. You're going to be that much more closer to your goal. Just practice. Keep going. Use all of the buttons on your phone. Try. Oh, different apps. Did you know that you can use a different camera app? Now, everybody always asks me about post-processing apps, and we're going to get to that in another segment, another series, a different day. But you can use a different camera. Yes, even iPhone and iOS users, you can. So that's pretty fun, and it gives you a lot more control over all of the little settings, which again, we're going to cover some of the nuances of that in a later episode. But here's a couple of my suggestions for different apps. If you're on an iPhone, iOS type of device, you have the native camera, which is pretty good. They've simplified it. There's a few things that you can do on there, but not a lot you can do. So go to iTunes or wherever you're supposed to get these apps, the App Store, I suppose it is, and look for a different camera app. I did briefly and downloaded one that was just a couple of dollars. It's called ProCam. I don't know if you could see it. It is right there. Looks a little like the Instagram one, doesn't it? Okay, so ProCam, I've used that a little bit. It gives you control over all of the different settings for your camera. Kind of fun. So that's an option for iPhone users. I know there's more out there, but I didn't want to keep adding them to my phone. So if you have one that you like, go ahead and type it in the comments, and that will help me, and that'll help all the other people watching this video as well. Okay. If you are an Android user, Android has a really cool built-in feature. So you have your native camera, which is pretty good. But if you go to your settings, you can just go to Pro Mode. And it has exactly what like ProCam and some of the other ones that you pay for have. It's really good, actually. I've messed around with it on some of my friends' phones, and you have lots and lots of different controls. It's just Pro Mode if you're on an Android device. So that's pretty awesome. another one that a lot of people don't know about, and a lot of people don't know about it because maybe they're not as into photography as I am. I'm a little into photography, obviously, is Lightroom. So Lightroom and Photoshop are part of this Adobe photography suite. I have, this is like a $10 a month subscription, but if you have Lightroom, you can use their mobile app, and there is a camera app in it, which is really cool, and it gives you all those controls, and it's for iOS and Android. So you can see right here, I have the little Lightroom app, and at the bottom, there is the camera function, and it gives you all of those fun things. Isn't that? All right, the last thing I want to talk about on today's show is different ways you can trigger your camera to take the picture. Now, I have 6 on my list, but I think I thought of another one this morning. If you have some ninja tricks for triggering your camera to take a picture, type it into the comments, and so all of us can know too. But I'm going to go over the ones that I know. And this is one of those things that kind of blows people away when they first hear about it. And I kind of take it for granted sometimes, like, I thought everybody knew that, but not everybody knows this. Yeah, you guys are going to get the secret on this. Okay. All right. So, number 1, of course, this is what I'm talking about. That little button, right? We're going to take a picture of us. Okay, so we just took that picture. You can see it down here. That's the obvious way, right? Everybody knows that one. Okay, but here's another one you may not know. Especially on these giant phones. Like, my thumb is little. It's not going to reach that if I'm always, taking a selfie or a group shot. You can use the volume button to take a picture. Let's do it. Oh, whoop, ah. I'm going to do it the other way. How about that? And maybe not cover up the camera. There we go. That just took a picture. Did you see the blink? I took a picture with my volume, and it works with up and down. Okay, so that's on an iPhone, and I know that on an Android, you can program your volume buttons to either take the picture or to zoom in and out. So if yours doesn't work, go into your settings, and you can probably change it to be the trigger for your camera, okay? So another place that you can take a picture. Okay. Here's the one that everyone goes crazy over. And you could be super stealthy when you use this. Yeah, okay. So you got your phone and you've got your headphones. Did you know that you can take a picture with the volume button on your phone? What? Yeah, did you see that just happen? I just took our picture. Let's see if I can do this backwards. Apparently not. Okay, there's the picture I just took. Ooh, wow, so stunning. But the volume button. Now, these are the Apple, headphones that came with it. So it has to have the volume button on there, clearly, right? And I know that Androids will do this. Again, check to see, because I think you can program those buttons to do other things. But this is really cool because, okay, so all of you are animal lovers. What if you have a cat that you love to take pictures of, but every time you get your phone out and it's right in front of your face and you're trying to push the button, the cat's like, you're a weirdo, I'm going away. But if you use something like this, look at how much you have, like, all this room. And you can have your camera kind of over here, and your cat's sleeping and thinking that you're not paying attention, and click, you took their picture. Okay? So, super stealthy way to take a picture, especially of your pets when you're trying to be a little bit more stealthy or catch them in the moment, and they generally are onto you. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes they're like, oh, I'm being so cute, until you get your camera out. And in a later episode, we're going to talk about putting our phones on tripods and stands and things. But you can also have it just, like, I have this pop socket, and if my phone wasn't so ginormous, I could just prop it up, and that could even be stealthy. Like, you could prop your phone up near where your animal is, and then just kind of be sitting on the couch 3 feet away and click the little volume and take their picture. Ah! Okay, that's the one that usually blows people away. Here's another one that a lot of people don't know, and this came in a kit that I have. It is a Bluetooth clicker. No wires. I got no strings on me. Right? No wires. So this hooks up to your phone via Bluetooth, just like any other Bluetooth device would. Like, I have my little speaker, or it hooks up to my car, Bluetooth. And so you can be super stealthy with this. I don't know, different ones have different ranges, of course, how many feet you can be from the device that you're using, but it's kind of fun. Like, this came in this whole kit that I'm going to talk about on a later episode of all these different accessories you can get for your phone and your devices and tablets. But you could be super stealthy, like maybe not even in the same room. So you've got your phone set up, and let me see if I still have it on. This one has an on-off button, so it's not, I think I've turned it off at this point. Make sure you do, because it has a little button battery and it will wear down. But yes, that will take a picture as well. Very cool, right? Yes. Oh, I can see the little Bluetooth thing now. Okay. Very fun. So that's another way you can trigger. How many have we gone over? Like 4 now? Yeah, it has to be at least 4. Timer. Don't forget that. Do you guys remember the old school timers on our, film cameras? There's a timer built into your phone right there, that little clock thing. And mine will take a series. Oh, okay, I can't do this backwards, I guess. You can set to 3 seconds or 10 seconds. And so when you hit 3 seconds, we're going to watch this happen. It's going to count down right here. 3, 2, 1. Everybody smile. And it rapid fires a bunch of pictures. That is great for doing a group shot, especially if you're going to, prop it up on a pop socket or a book or a tripod. So great way also to take a picture. But did you know, and a lot of Androids have this, they have a setting now. Instead of setting all that timer and doing all that stuff, it'll just say smile, and then that's it. And the newest ones, you get everything all set up, and this is especially good again for group pictures with you in it, like group selfies, is you just wave. And when you wave, that tells your camera to start the timer. And so you'll wave, and I don't have an Android to show you, but if you guys have an Android, try it. Let me know, type in the comments how it worked for you, and you could use the wave function. So you set everything up, everything looks great, you wave, it does the countdown, and takes some pictures, and everybody's ready to go. Okay, so that had to be like 6 or 7 different ways that you can trigger your camera on your phone and your tablets to take pictures. Are any of those new to you? Is it like, oh, what? I can do that with my phone? And if you decide that all of this is just too confusing, you can just hire me to take pictures of your animals. And if you want me to message you, just type meow in the comments, MEOW, like a kitty cat, meow, like a cat. And I will just message you, and we will schedule a free planning meeting, and I will take care of your professional photography needs. So type meow in the comments if you'd rather just skip right to that. All right, I'm very excited to have this show every Friday. I want it to be of great value to all of you, to you and you and you. And so if you have something, a burning question about photography, either technical or creative, photographing animals, volunteering to photograph animals or other things, let me know. You can type it in the comments, you can send me an email, you can text me, however you want. I'm on all the things. I'm all the things. All right. So I want this to be educational for you, and so you can take those great snapshots of your pets and your family, and like your garden and your flowers and whatever it is that you want to improve on in your photography in your life, because I think those snapshots of everyday life are just as important as hiring me once a year to do professional photos. All right.